everybody. This is Table for Two with Naomi Nachman on the Nachum Siegel Network. Our show is sponsored by Hod Golan, the height of taste. I am so excited to be right here in Gourmet Glatt. We're going to have a fabulous show. We're having a supersize show. So please stick around for the next hour and a half for some Purim news, Pesach goss, all the things that you want to know that's going on around Gourmet Glatt. This is the place to be. For those who are just tuning in for the first time, I'm Naomi Nachman. You can also watch our show today as well as listen by going onto nachumsiegel.com and watching us as well. I am Naomi Nachman. I am about all the food all the time. I love food. I love to shop for it, cook it, eat at restaurants, anything food related. I'm a kosher personal chef and my business is called the Aussie Gourmet. Anytime you don't feel like cooking, I'm your gal. I hope that you'll tune in every week and hear about my fun food adventures, where I ate, what I ate, who I ate it with, and then I also want to hear about your adventures. So you can send me an email to naomi@nachumsiegel.com. You can join me on Facebook, on Twitter, on Pinterest, on Instagram, and I would love to hear back from you. Where you ate, please let me know. If you ate at a good restaurant or a really good meal, let me know because I want to go there too. So I'm sitting right here in Gourmet Glatt with the amazing Nachum Siegel Network team. I've got Miriam L. Wallach, station manager, ZK, our chief engineer. I got Jason Hagler, an engineer running our fabulous show right here in Gourmet Glatt. And I want to thank the entire Gourmet Glatt team, Howie Klagsbrand and Chani Freeman, and of course sitting right with me, store manager, right, vice president of the Gourmet Glatt Emporium right here in Cedarhurst, Yoli Steinberg. Thank you, Yoli, for joining me and sitting here with me this morning. It's taken me a little while to coax you into the hot seat. It's our third show together, so finding third time's the charm. Welcome.
Thank you. Good morning.
Hi. Can we get Yoli? Have we got him on? Yeah. Okay, great. Hi, Yoli. Thank you.
Thanks for joining us here today. We're very excited about Purim coming and having a Shabbos in between Tainus Esther and Purim. It's to the days that we have to be festive and more time to contemplate our Purim Sudas.
I know, right? And where do we do all our shopping for our Purim Suda?
Right here in Gourmet Glatt.
Woohoo! And I believe that this morning you're hosting me, but this afternoon or later in the morning we're having a whole Purim Chagiga.
Purim in the aisles.
Purim in the aisles. I love that. That's so cool. You know, I did my entire Purim shopping here. I got the bags. I got all my nash. I didn't get the wine here because you don't sell liquor in Gourmet Glatt yet, any case. So it was literally a one-stop shop. I did my weekday shopping, my Shabbos shopping, my Purim Suda shopping, and my Pesach shopping all this week.
And the kids' snack shopping?
Of course. Yeah, we can't miss that. Those snack aisles kill me. Okay, so you have anything you'd like to share with our guests and our listeners right here?
Yes. Purim, in addition to the...
We're switching mics.
In addition to the excitement of Purim, Purim also leads into the Pesach shopping season, which, as you all know, is the most intense and challenging food shopping season of the year. Here at Gourmet Glatt, we've been busy since Pesach, putting together since Pesach of last year. We've been busy to make this experience as smooth, easy, delightful, enjoyable as can be. And when you come to Gourmet Glatt, it's not just a shopping, which is a chore that one must do, but it's an experience. From the moment you enter the door, to how the layout of the store, to the friendliness of the employees, to the fantastic customer service,
yes,
to the customers who are very cheery and excited, looking at all the products and the new products and comparing and finding their friends. It's a social shopping experience.
You know what, when I come here, I could spend 2 hours here just schmoozing and talking.
It's true. It's very easy to get lost of the purpose of why one came here. And we have...
you walk in, you get your coffee. See, I'm having my coffee.
Gourmet Glatt sponsors free coffee. There are different flavors. There's hot chocolate as well.
This is the vanilla cafe. It's delicious. Yeah. And my daughter comes here. We go straight. We get the hot chocolates. She wants to stop for sushi first at Simply Sushi and then go and get hot chocolate. So there's something for everyone here.
Including fresh bakery goods right next to the coffee and hot chocolate to complement your hot drink.
And all week people have been telling me you've been giving out free samples of hamantaschen. So all my friends are telling me that, they can't buy, they're getting fat here. But there's a gym next door, I think.
There is a gym next door, and hamantaschen are really something special. Everyone sells hamantaschen, but the hamantaschen here are fresh, they're baked daily. The taste is stupendous, may I say?
Yeah.
Yes, the fillings are really right on the mark, how one expects them to taste. The raspberry's a little tart, the apricot a little sweet, just a touch of it. But we have cheese.
Cheese hamantaschen.
Cheese hamantaschen drizzled in milk chocolate on top, which is...
oh my God, you're killing me. Can someone go get
delight,
me some?
a real
I want
delight.
one of those hamantaschen. Seriously. Okay, someone's going to go get me those hamantaschen. I'd like a cheese
hamantaschen.
Can I get a cheese hamantaschen?
Drizzled in milk chocolate.
Okay, and we're going to be doing pastrami hamantaschen right over there in a little bit.
A Naomi Nachman original.
A Naomi Nachman original. I developed it along with Leah Shapira. She has a blog called Cook Kosher, and I thought, Abels and Hyman, they're the sponsor of my radio show with Hod Golan, and I wanted to do something, I always try to think of something funky to do with all these meat provisions, and then I decided, who doesn't love pastrami, who doesn't love hamantaschen, let's make an appetizer out of it. So we're going to be doing a cooking demonstration in a little bit, so I hope you'll stick around and watch the cooking demo. And we're going to have a really full show here. We've got Shifra Klein from Joy of Kosher magazine. Who's actually going to be doing a meat demonstration. She's going to walk through different cuts of meat, as well as talk about the different, the newest edition. Oh, thank you. The latest edition of Joy of Kosher. We have Jay Buxbaum from Royal Wines. See all these gorgeous glasses? We're going to have a field day with those in a couple of minutes. So we've got a really packed show here. We're fixing up the spilled glasses. Thank you, Yoeli. Thank you for having me, and thank you for being a sponsor of our What's for Dinner segment every week.
Thank you, Naomi. We just want to point out for 1 second the unique relationship that Gourmet Glatt has with Naomi. We're very grateful to her.
Thank you.
She's a resident of our community. She's a star shopper. She knows what she's doing in the aisles, what she's looking for, the quality of the product. We're always happy to be able to have that product on hand for her to provide. And she's also a very nice person in the fact that she's approachable. People have a question. They want to know what they should get, what to do with it. She'll always give someone the time. And we're very, very happy to have this unique relationship with her.
Thank you. It's my pleasure. We love you guys too as a consumer, and we love being part of the the Gourmet Glatt team. And as you can see, I'm wearing my Gourmet Glatt sweatshirt. Gourmet Glatt gave me a sweatshirt today. I'm wearing my Nachum Siegel Network shirt with my logo. But over it, I'm sitting near the freezers with a very gorgeous selection of products that they sell here. So it's a little chilly. So I have now my own Gourmet Glatt sweater. So thank you to you guys. Whoops.
Okay, so we wish everybody a very happy Purim, Kosher and Pesach. And we welcome you all to come from wherever you are to come experience the uniqueness of Gourmet Glatt with the largest selection of meats, second to none, beautiful cuts, beautifully packaged and wrapped, and all the produce and all your Seder and Pesach needs. Come on down to Gourmet Glatt, 137 Spruce Street in Cedarhurst.
Okay, thank you, Yoeli. Okay, can I leave this mic here, guys? Okay, I'm going to leave it right here. I just want to show these gorgeous cheese hamantaschen. They look magnificent. So I hope you'll grab a packet. I cannot wait to dig into these in just a little bit. So we're going to move on our amazing show here today, right here in Cedarhurst in Gourmet Glatt. I love doing these live on location shows. So much fun. We have so much to share. We're really buzzing with exciting news. Okay, I'm going to welcome Seth Levitt. He is the owner and president of Abels and Hyman here, Hod Golan. Hi.
Hi.
He's our sponsor for Table for Two for the entire year. Okay, you got your mic. Welcome back.
Thank you. It's always a pleasure being with you on the show. Thanks for having me.
Oh, thank you so much for everything that you've done for our show. Okay, so we've got some new and exciting products that we've got out there.
Yes, Hod Golan has come out with a full line of sliced poultry products. I have them with me.
Okay. We're all helping each other out today.
Yeah, we're all helping each other out.
Jay Buxbaum's bringing the meat. You'll serve the wine.
I just need one.
Just one package.
One
okay.
from each box, Jay. I'm sorry.
Okay. What have we got here? Oh my God, my family's obsessed with this.
We are the first Israeli manufacturer to come to America with sliced, ultra-thin chicken products.
Ultra thin now.
Ultra thin. That's like deli shaved, very thin
Right.
sliced.
And this is made in Israel, and we ship it here.
Correct. This is made in Israel.
The factory's in Israel.
Factory is
by
in
Israel.
Is in Nahariya. Factory started actually in 1946. We have about 150 employees. We're the largest exporter of kosher poultry products in Israel. We're also the number one brand in America for poultry products from Israel.
Oh, very interesting.
We export to Europe and Canada, Mexico, and the product gets out there.
Yeah, you know, I heard there's a lot of controversy with shechita now in Europe, so I guess they're bringing it in now from Israel already.
We've been selling products in Europe for years. You know.
Yeah, that's fantastic. I love these. Oh, here we go. It's upside down here. This is the honey glazed chicken breast. I love this. And I also like your Mexican one.
Yes.
That's delicious. This is great in a wrap for lunch. I think
perfect,
I talk
yeah.
about this all the time. I buy about 4 packs a week here in Gourmet Glatt of the hot golan, very thinly sliced meat. My kids use it in deli sandwiches all the time, or deli wraps.
Perfect.
Love it.
And now you have a little more variety because while we have the turkey line in ultra thin and regular 5-ounce sliced and family pack sliced, now you have chicken, so you can mix it up a little.
So, so that was, we use a lot of turkey. Now we can add some
Now
chicken.
you can add some
into
chicken
it.
to your diet, and this is a
that's
healthy
so
product.
cool. Has
It's-
only 1 gram of fat.
Yeah, it's gluten free.
Oh, that's fantastic, because
it's-
that's the way the world is moving.
Right, it's about 98% fat free with no MSG, and it's just a beautiful product. And we can open up a package so you can see what the product looks like. The tray is
Yeah, let's do that.
resealable, so if you don't finish the entire package in one sitting, you could put it back in the fridge and hold it for the next
cool.
day.
Well, that never happens by us. My kids will come home and
They'll devour
and,
it.
And like, we're hungry, we need something to eat, and of course I'm not so into snacks, so my kids
Eat healthy.
eat healthy, so they would rather eat a packet of this than a packet of chips. Okay, I'm just going to open
Well,
it
it goes
up.
well with chips.
It goes. Don't tell them that. Okay. Oh,
Oh,
okay.
we ripped it. Okay.
I ripped it. Okay. I'm fired. Okay. Yeah, we got it. Oh my God, it smells so good. I'll keep them away from the cheese hamantashen.
That's a good idea.
Smells amazing. Oh my God, my mouth.
And it's just like you would buy in a deli.
Okay.
It's a chicken breast. You know,
And it's rolled up.
it's rolled up. It's thinly sliced, so it falls apart when you pull it out.
Pull it apart. I'm not going to pull it apart
right.
now.
And it tastes great.
Okay, great. So it's really nice that you have exciting new things coming out all the time. And the best thing about this, it's kosher Pesach already.
This is kosher for Passover, correct?
It's
kosher
fantastic because, you know, as it's creeping up on us, and I don't want to spend too much time right now talking about Pesach, but it's nice to know that there's going to be like
More variety.
And
Yes.
you have hot dogs for Pesach. I'm sorry, I can't
Yes.
not go with that because, you know, I love hot dogs.
We always have hot dogs
and
for Pesach.
and I think that's like absolutely fantastic. I think I'm having a little bit of trouble with my headset.
Okay.
I have these like little ears. I'm just gonna fix my headset.
There we go.
Miriam L. Wallach, station manager.
I'm taping something to your face.
She's taping something to my
All I
face.
know is tape.
It's okay. When I worked on QVC, when I used to sell rogalach on QVC, they used to tape. Thank you, Miriam. They used to tape my earbud into my head. Okay, into my ear. Okay, that's much better. Thank you very much.
So, yes, you were saying we have the hot dogs for Pesach.
I
We
love
have-
the
we
hot
have
dogs for Pesach.
Full line. Everything that we make year round, with the exception of the no nitrate added Frankfurter, is
Okay,
available for Pesach.
that's not available.
We can't get the ingredients, which are basically celery and cherry. We can't get those kosher
Kosher Pesach. Okay, you can't have everything, but you got like 30 products
Right,
that I'm
we have
sure
the
are.
Chipotle hot dogs. We have the garlic stick salamis. We have
I love the garlic sticks.
the mini cocktail frankfurters, which are great, and there are a lot of great recipes that you can find for Pesach. In
Oh,
fact, you created
absolutely. Yeah.
I think a very nice recipe.
We did hush puppy
puppies,
patties. So
right.
I'm going to put that up on my blog right before.
And you can go onto the Abels and Hyman Facebook page. We have your recipe up there, and you can find.
You had some salami chips
Yes.
up there. I made them last week.
How are they?
Amazing. Did you see what I made? Honey Apfelbaum from Busy in Brooklyn was on the show last week, and she was talking about hanging a salami.
I heard. I was
Because
listening to you.
hang Haman on
So for
So,
Purim.
you know, we're all about symbolism in
Right.
our religion. So I made the Hasselbeck salami. It's now on Honey's blog. I made it. I posted it that I made. I showed a picture, but it's not my recipe. It's totally Honey's, so I didn't have the recipe to share, and I told everyone to tune back in for this week. And Honey posted it today.
So,
it's gorgeous. So go to busyinbrooklyn.com and check out her Hasselbeck salami. It's beautiful, so you might want to.
Definitely do that.
You'll share it with
Definitely
your guests too.
Sure.
But it was absolutely gorgeous, and it was this big salami you had given me. It was this big. I'm like,
the 2-pound salami.
yeah. How
Those are
much
nice.
can we? So what I did, half. I made the salami chips. It was such a big hit, and it's such a fun idea for
Yes.
Purim Soda. And the other one, I did the
wrap.
spiral.
Oh, the spiral.
The very cool Hasselbeck potatoes with a sauce. So that was a lot of fun.
Sounds like fun. So we at Hud Go On are going to offer a box of the new product to one of your listeners.
Oh, fantastic! We love giveaways.
What we'd like them to do, we
Yeah.
have a Facebook page for Hud Go On.
Yeah.
Go online, go to Facebook, type in Hud Go On, HODGOLAN. Join our page. We just started it, and we will randomly select a person who likes our Facebook page and send out a box of assorted chicken products.
Oh, that is fantastic. So everyone, you know what to do. You don't email me. You go straight to the Facebook page.
For a Hud Go On.
Hud Go On.
And while you're at it, go to the Abels and Hyman Facebook page as well.
Hit
like us
like.
there.
And you'll let the winner know.
We'll let the winner
And you'll ship
know.
it out to them
Correct.
in time for Pesach.
And we'll let you know who the winner is so you can announce
great.
it on
So
the
we'll
radio.
announce it on the show.
On the show.
For next Friday.
That's
Beautiful.
a great
Is it-
idea.
yeah, for next Friday.
For
we
next
can do
Friday,
that?
we'll have it sent out.
Okay, fantastic. All right, well, thank you so much. I hope
It's
you're
always
going to
a
stick
pleasure.
around.
I'll stick around.
We got it.
Jay's here. He's got wine.
Oh,
Why wouldn't I
no,
want to
he's
stick
for
around?
sure going to stick around. Okay, thank you very
Thanks for
much
having
for
me.
joining us. Okay, you're gonna take those with us. Okay, we got an action-packed show today. All right, it's very exciting. I'm going to invite Shifra Klein to come to the hot seat. Hi, Shifra. She came all the way from Brooklyn.
All the way. It's not that far.
I know, but it's early in the morning. Okay, she's getting her
like
mind.
fun to drive here. You know, you drive by the airport, think about like future trips.
Future trips,
Yeah, it's
like
really
somewhere
fun.
warm.
Yeah.
I'm not
think we
saying
all
that because
need
I'm
it now.
sitting on top of the fridge with
No,
my
not at
gorgeous
all,
Gourmet
not at
Glatt
all.
sweatshirt keeping me warm. But I'm, I'd love to go to
Yeah.
Florida, just warm up. It was gorgeous, like I think Monday,
I know,
Tuesday,
such a tease. I know.
right? And
I
then it
know.
just got like freezing
Totally.
yesterday.
And
today.
we're all like getting ready for Purim.
I know,
It's so-
but
it's so
I remember
ironic.
one of my first 2 Purims in America. I think it snowed.
No way.
Yeah, like 22.
What a good
21.
intro.
Yeah. Oh God. My
Yeah.
little daughter said to me the other day, "When is this winter gonna end?" I had no answer. I said,
It's like
"Ask
enough.
Hashem."
Yeah.
All right. You know what? It's appreciation for Chag HaAviv, for Pesach that's
Exactly,
coming up,
exactly.
and that is a good segue to talk about our Pesach edition. Now, Shifra,
Yes.
when you were on the show last, you and Shlomi were offered to do a giveaway.
That's
For
right.
our magazine.
Yes.
So look what I've got.
Oh, that's so exciting.
I wrote everybody's names on the ticket. Like I literally put, a ticket with everyone's name on it who emailed me. All you had to do to win a year's subscription to Joy of Kosher is email me at naomi@nachumsiegel.com. Thank you for everybody who emailed, and I wrote your name down, and I figured it would be appropriate if you drew the winner.
Oh, okay,
I had
cool.
someone from Israel.
that's so
Can we send it to them?
Yeah, we can.
Wait, put it in. Wait, put that
Oh,
ticket back.
okay.
I got the ticket from Israel. I got to mix everybody's up. We've got to make it fair, okay? And the winner is, we don't have a drum roll, do we? Drum roll is
Aryeh Blatt.
Aryeh Blatt from Seattle. He's one of our
Oh,
listeners
okay, that's
from
so exciting.
Seattle. Okay, that's so cool. Okay, Aryeh Blatt
So you'll
from
send me
Seattle.
his info. He could get the Pesach show. It's right in time.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Okay, great. Congratulations, Aryeh. He's actually been a winner before, so
Oh, wow.
he's probably really excited. Congratulations to you.
Yeah, that's very exciting.
I think he's also a chef, so
nice,
he
nice.
always emails me about how much he enjoys our show. So I'm
very
so happy
exciting.
that he won, and
Yes.
everyone. I'm happy that all of you write in and let us know that you're listening and you enjoy our giveaways. I have another giveaway today. This is from Masora Publications. Emailed me, Miriam Pascal, I'm not sure how you say that with an American accent. She emailed me this beautiful book called A Taste of Kosher. It was put together by a yeshiva out in Monsey, I believe. It's a very nice coloured cookbook for Pesach. I'm trying to hold up some of the gorgeous coloured pictures for the people that are watching. Just nice, fresh ideas for Pesach. So if you want this cookbook, I'll be announcing the winner this coming Friday, a week from today. So if you want this gorgeous cookbook,
Yeah, it looks really good.
Yeah, Masora will ship it to you. See, it's a busy store in Gourmet Glatt. We love it. That's the sound of a busy store. You know you're in a good place. So if you want this cookbook, you know what to do. Email me at naomi@nachumsiegel.com. I'm going to feel my phone vibrate. My phone's here. I'm going to feel it vibrate. So naomi@nachumsiegel.com if you want. And write in the memo line, A Taste of Pesach. And it's to anybody in the United States can do this. Shifra can ship to Israel, but we can't ship to this is for the United States, and I believe probably also with Hod Golan also anywhere in the US. Okay, hello, that's my daughter who's got the oven. Okay, great. All right, so let's put that down. Thank you, Shifra.
Sure.
Okay, let's talk about your gorgeous magazine while you're in the hot seat.
Okay, I'm so excited to talk about it.
Yeah, another beautiful edition.
Thank you so much. I mean, yeah.
Also, I was privy to, it's not actually out yet.
No, it's going to be out on Monday.
Okay,
Yeah.
it'll come in the mail.
Exactly.
I got my own.
Just in time for Pesach.
Right.
It's coming on Purim.
Fantastic. Shush
Yeah.
and Purim. Is it Shush and Purim Monday? Well, the kids have off from school, not my kids, but a lot of schools are off on Monday, so it must be Shush and Purim.
Yeah, right.
Or Recovery Day, I'm not sure.
That's right.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
It's really beautiful, and I
Thank
like
you.
it. It's gluten-free.
It's
Everything.
Well, Pesach. It's Pesach. So,
Right.
yeah, but it's exciting because so many of the recipes you can do all the time. It's not just for Pesach, but it's really amazing. So, yeah, we have a lot going on there.
Okay, so
And-
I usually when we're in the studio, I try to hold up some of the pages
know.
for the people that are watching. But I love Levana's section about, like, I call it a matzah picnic.
Yeah.
Because in Australia, we
That's
used
right.
to go, everyone, to hang out on Chulamod. We'd go to the zoo, or we'd go to Old Sydney Town or something cool, and we'd always bring the boxes of matzah, and everything would get yucky and mushy, and
Right.
and
I know, it's so amazing. So we have Ask Levana. So anybody who has any questions emails it to us and we forward it to Levana. And then we choose like the most popular question. And she's a Whole Foods expert, so it's
Right.
also a little bit about nutrition.
Yeah.
And so the question was, on Pesach, how do you go on Chol trips without like really worrying and keeping in mind nutrition? So
Right.
it was a really entertaining and informative article. Yeah.
She's funny when she writes. I hear it.
Yeah, you hear her talking,
With-
and
with
yeah,
her-
yeah.
I mean, I should
her
say with
personality comes through the
you
article,
can-
which
right.
is really fun. Yeah,
She's very cute.
it's great.
So I really like that section,
Yeah.
and that whole fresh fruit. People think Pesach, potatoes, meat. Yes, we love meat.
Right.
And we're going to do a whole meat thing over there. Shifra and I are going to take a step over to the our I love it. To our meat counter. But I like that it's all about fresh fruit, the grilled pineapple tart.
Right, it's just like, different ways of serving fresh fruit. So we called it like Beyond Fruit Salad. So beyond just like cutting up some kiwi and banana, which is amazing also.
Yeah.
It was just like creative ways of using fresh fruit. Yeah.
Okay, so my favorite one of that was the stone fruit duck sauce. Making
Yeah.
your own duck sauce. A lot of people do not buy processed food.
Exactly.
They make everything from mayonnaise, and people make their own potato starch.
That's right. So this is a perfect recipe for somebody who doesn't buy things, will try to make everything homemade. But it's also fun to, make your own ingredients. I mean, a lot of people like to do it because you're then able to really know what's going on in your food.
And it's not
you're in
so
charge.
processed.
Yeah, exactly. You know what's in your food, so it's healthier, feels fresher. And it's amazing. It's such a great dipping sauce for so many things. You could cook with it. You could cook meat with it. You can use it as a dipping sauce. So yeah, it was great. And we made everything. So we were like eating Pesach food like 2 months ago.
Okay, but you know what? Without this whole gluten-free thing, that's the way.
It was amazing. We did not feel like it was Pesach at all. Or like what traditionally people would say feels like Pesach.
Right.
Yeah, it was great. I actually brought you a treat today. I owed you from all the times that I neglected to bring something.
Okay, we're gonna eat.
Exactly. So that was
Okay.
something else we did a chocolate mousse, and we did it 2 ways.
Okay.
So, I mean, I have one way here today, but we did Chef Moshe Wendell from Parnas?
Do I know
So, yeah.
Pardes? Come on. Oh,
So he
fabulous
makes
place.
this chocolate mousse dessert, and every time it's not just chocolate mousse; it's way beyond that. But he had posted his recipe on Facebook, and so we worked it out to like break it down so that you don't have to use like 42 ounces of chocolate. It's like 7 ounces, you know?
Right, it's a family-friendly size as opposed to a catering size. Okay.
So I have
that.
that here today. I brought you samples of
Oh,
chocolate
great.
mousse.
Let's break
And then
into this. I'm gonna
along with it, we also did something really interesting. So the recipe is in the magazine, but we call it the vegan miracle mousse. And there's this really cool idea of water and chocolate never really mix. Like water and chocolate are enemies almost.
It seizes the chocolate in
exactly.
the water, right?
But this technique with just water and chocolate turns into chocolate mousse. It's amazing. It's really, really,
and
really
is that
cool.
in the magazine?
It's in the Pesach issue. It's amazing.
I cannot wait.
So it's really
easy
cool.
enough to try. Water
it's
and
very
chocolate.
very easy, and it's just fun. It's fun to see how it works out. It's almost like an experiment.
Okay.
It's really cool.
All right, I love it. Okay, so why don't we? Yeah.
You want to give it a try or soon?
Yeah, no, try.
Dessert or
dessert? No,
okay.
no, now.
Well,
we don't
really
wait.
more breakfast.
Come on, this is breakfast. I have my Gourmet Glatt coffee.
Yeah.
Okay. She's lifting the lid off. Shifra's lifting the lid off of the little box she bought in.
So I got these cute little spoons here.
Okay.
And the cute little
I
cups.
think they sell
It's amazing.
all this kind
I know.
of stuff here in Gourmet Glatt.
It's amazing. Yeah.
I can smell the chocolate. Can I hold one up?
Yeah.
Look at
sure.
these. She made them in cute little shot glasses. Can these be made in advance and frozen, or not really?
They could. You just have to cover it. Seal it.
Okay.
And that's for you.
All right. Now I'm going to try because I love to eat. Okay. It's parve, right?
It's parve.
And which chocolate did you use?
And for this recipe, I used. I actually got it here also.
In Gourmet Glatt?
Yeah, the Shifra baking chocolate.
Shifra came.
Okay.
Oh, Shifra.
Yeah.
Shifra comes to shop in Gourmet Glatt from Brooklyn. That's so cool.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Baruch atah Adonai melech haolam v'shakon ivora. Oh my God. I happen to love chocolate mousse.
Oh, okay. Fine.
This is outstanding. Okay, I'm not going to be too gushy on the air. Oh, this is so good. One more bite.
And the fun thing is that it's made with extra virgin olive oil. So there's no
I cannot believe there's olive oil in here. I never use margarine.
No, but it's extra virgin, and you don't get that like strong flavor. So it's really amazing.
Oh my God. Fantastic. If we can pass this around to our Nachum Siegel Network crew, because they're all going to want to try this. Okay, we got food. We love to eat. Thank you, Miriam. Chocolate. We love it. Pass around. Hello. Moishi Shonfroth from Aussie's Fish has just come over. We're having a wave. Okay. Absolutely fantastic. And you can find this in the latest edition.
It's in the Pesach issue. It's going to be out next week.
Coming out on Monday. If you want to order it, you can go online.
joyofkosher.com.
And then order the magazine.
That's right.
Shifra, let's go walking. We're going to take a trip. Okay.
I'm going to go this way.
Okay, no problem.
You're going to go to...
I'm just making sure I don't take the tablecloth down with me. Okay.
Do you want to change?
Can I?
Just keep talking.
All right. I'm just slipping into a pair of Australian Ugg boots because we're on top of the fridge.
Okay.
And apparently I have lost the feeling in my feet. So I'm going to just slip into a pair of Ugg boots because we're going from the fridge to the freezer. Okay. We're going to walk right over here. Just, Shifra, be careful.
Okay.
We have set up here a meats buffet. So to speak, a raw meat buffet. Thanks to Shifra and Rabbi Wallowik.
Gravity.
Okay. It's all good. From Rabbi Wallowik, Rabbi Beryl Wallowik. He's the meat manager here, right here in Gourmet Glatt. Any cut of meat that you want, or a specialty cut, anything, they'll prepare for you. I like my chicken cutlets prepared in a certain way. For my customers, they do it for me. Everything is a pleasure for them. They do it with a smile on their face, and they're happy to answer questions, or how do you cook this piece of meat or that piece of meat, so they're always happy to talk to you, and they even have recipe cards by the meat section. So Shifra, I want to ask you, in this edition of Joy of Kosher, you have a whole meat section.
So really what we did was sort of, in my mind, we made we condensed what you can make like a whole 300-page book about into a 2-page article.
Fantastic.
And so, with the help of Rabbi Vladek from Gourmet Glatt. And what we did was we had divided the kosher part of the cow into the different cuts, and then we have the different pictures of each and every single cut that you'll find in the butcher. And there's a code under each one, and then there's like this graph on the side, and it tells you which way to best prepare each cut of meat. So it sort of gives you an overview as to how to do everything. It's like if you're not into cooking, or you don't, it's worth getting the magazine just to have this guide. Like, it's really amazing, because a lot of times if you know like the idea behind how to do something, you don't need to open up a recipe book every time you want to do it. You have that confidence and that idea.
You can find your inner personal chef and
exactly.
Experiment. We have in front of us, Rabbi Wallowik prepared for us a bunch of different gorgeous meats in front of us. I actually have here my Abels and Hyman pastrami that Seth brought in for me this morning, which we're going to be using in our demonstration, which we're going to do in a little bit. You see a pan here. We're going to be doing pastrami hamantashen. Okay, so I'm just going to set that aside. And I put half of this when I was developing the recipe for these hamantashen.
Yeah.
So I didn't eat all of this big piece. So I put the other half of my cholent.
Oh, yeah. People.
It was amazing. Where are you? It was unbelievable. There was not enough. It adds
so much flavor.
I could have used double the size. So thank you. All right, so we're going to talk about that in a little bit. This is a question that I get asked a lot. Okay, brisket. Jewish people love to eat brisket.
Yeah, it's a really traditional.
It's so traditional
cut of meat.
But then there's the first cut and the second cut.
Yeah. So
what's the difference? I don't even know.
It's really the way it's cut. It's just different parts of the brisket. The first cut is leaner. Like, even if you look at it, you see that there's much less fat going through it. There's much less of white lines going through it.
So this
while the second cut, has much more marbling. That's right. And as a result, they're both cooked the same way. Basically,
Okay.
you braise it, which means you cook it on a lower temperature for a long time. Somewhat
3
covered.
hours, like
at least
3
3 hours. Yeah, that's right. You can do it on
Even
the
if it's a
stovetop.
small piece, like sometimes I'll get a small piece and then the recipe calls for 3 hours for a 5 pound piece. Does that mean for a 3 pound piece I still cook it for 3 hours?
Yes, you do.
Okay, I've always wanted to know that.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I like to put it in like appropriate size pan so it doesn't get like lost in like this huge pan.
Snug. They
Yeah,
always
exactly.
say that. Snug.
Exactly. Like, make it feel comfortable.
Make the meat settle in. Get homey. Okay, so this is
it's really just I would say, like, also
gonna
if
put them
you're
next to each
worried
other.
about dry meat or whatever, or something like that, then just go with the second cut. You could have more confidence in terms of like letting it go a little bit longer. It has more marbling, so you could take more of a chance with it. But they're both amazing cuts of meat. So the first cut is just leaner.
I know
that's
that you
the
have
difference.
a section in your book, in the magazine this week, this edition coming up, about cooking with wine.
Yes.
So I cook a lot of my briskets with beer because beer is a tenderizer.
That's right.
And so I love onions and beer. Actually,
Exactly.
Susie Fishbein has a recipe in her cookbook, one of her 7 or 8 or 9, I love her books, with using beer and brisket. And that's the one I make the most because
Yeah,
it's like melts.
It melts, yeah. So it's also like about cooking it right. You can just do something simple, but then it still melts.
You don't
which
eat
is amazing.
brisket at 100 internal temperature of 135 degrees.
No, that's not. That's right. And brisket is also amazing. Like, if you have any leftovers, you just shred it up and you can make a pulled beef sandwich. You can put
I
it
love
like
barbecue sauce.
Yeah. Also, now what's really fun is people use sort of like Boston lettuce or Bibb lettuce, and you can make lettuce cups. And that's like a carb-free option. It's really fun.
I did that for dinner.
Oh, yeah?
All this, I always have
It's really
leftover
fun.
chicken
Yeah,
from the
yeah.
chicken soup. I see
Oh,
my
that's such a
daughter's
good
here and she's
idea.
laughing in the background. But it's really cute. I take all the leftover chicken from the chicken
Yeah.
soup and I just saute it with all the Asian spices and I wrap it up in a lettuce
Exactly.
cup.
It's amazing.
Oh, so cute. I
Yeah.
like the idea of doing
And the
with
lettuce
beef.
actually makes it taste great. Like, I feel like it enhances.
Crunch,
Yes,
yeah.
it adds a crunch. It's great.
Okay, so let's move on to this one here. What's this one?
So this is a kosher filet mignon.
Oh, kosher
It's
filet mignon.
basically the ribeye. If you see over here, there's like a flap around it.
There's a flap around
So
this
a
piece of meat
ribeye
here.
would basically just have the flap continue and the bone.
Okay.
And then the flap, actually, when they cut it, it's called a surprise steak, or
yes.
when you're in a restaurant, or
Yes.
even here you can find it. And it's like a really, really tender, amazing cut of meat.
Now, do you eat this medium
This is
rare?
also, this is So there's two basic ways of cooking meat. So there's like you cook it, long and slow, let it braise in liquid, or sort of use dry heat, like either roast it or pan sear it with nothing but a little bit of olive oil, or
That's
just
what
grill it on a hot grill. So this is like a dry heat type of cooking. That would make it taste the best. And really, the favorite way to prepare it is up to like a medium rare.
135
Yeah,
internally.
exactly.
Oh, yum. That
So
is like
for dry,
jumping out at me.
for meats that need dry heat, that you want to cook it like medium, it's really great at home to have a meat thermometer, because then you can really see exactly if you got it. You're always scared. You don't want to like underdo it, but then you don't want to overdo it.
We did a show.
So it makes such a difference.
We did a show at AHC when you were there, I think, back in November. We did a segment on in cooking meat with to the right temperature using a probe.
Okay.
A lot of
That's right, I
ovens
remember that.
have
Exactly.
probes. So
and if your oven doesn't have a probe, you could get a meat
Go get
thermometer
one.
for like $10. It's not expensive.
They even have them here
It's a
in Gourmet
great tool.
Glatt. I saw them on
that's
the racks.
awesome.
They have got everything here in Gourmet Glatt, but
So,
they have
yeah,
this little. I think it's like $3. You
Yeah,
stick it in. It measures
exactly.
the internal temperature. Okay.
And then also another tip for such a cut of meat is to let it rest after you cook it. So that makes a huge difference.
Yes.
So
my dad loves to cut into the meat right
Yeah.
away as soon as it comes out in the oven.
So when you grill
and
it-
my mum
yeah.
screams at him, "Let it rest."
that's right, because like when you grill a piece of meat, you want to let the juices redistribute into the meat so that it doesn't. When you cut into it, if you cut into it the second you cook it, all the juices are gonna leave the meat and like disappear. So
So it rests,
yeah.
and then it absorbs all the
Exactly.
juices, and that's the best way to do it. Let's talk about this stunning, gorgeous,
yeah, it's a gorgeous cut
standing
of meat.
rib roast. I love how they prepare it in Gourmet Glatt with the bone sticking out. I think the bones are the best part. As soon as I finish cutting it off, it has string. I don't know if people can see the string, but there's string wrapped around. They cut the bone off and then they re-tie it back on. Makes it tender, succulent, juicy.
Exactly.
This
the
is my
bones
kind of
add
meat.
flavor. What?
This is my kind of meat.
Yeah, it's
then
really,
I
really
eat the
awesome.
bones.
And this is also similar to the filet mignon, the kosher filet mignon, you would say. The standing rib roast also benefits from a dry heat type of cooking. So what you would do is put it in a roasting pan. You can spice it whichever way you want. We did a recipe in the Pesach issue with garlic and herbs and salt and pepper. It was amazing. But you can just do salt and pepper even. If you cook it right, it's unbelievable.
I did a cooking class at La Marais many, many years ago, and the French meat chef there said salt and a little olive oil. And I see Mendy is agreeing with me. Just salt and olive oil, and it was really magnificent. So
yeah, you keep it simple. The product is amazing, and if you cook it right, you really don't need a lot.
you don't want to drown out all the other flavors.
You really
wanna
like- you
appreciate
really-
the flavors
yeah.
of the meat. Okay, so moving right along.
So,
we want to
yeah.
get these last two in before our cooking demo.
Okay.
So we've got what's this one?
So that's a pot roast. It's from the chuck portion of the cow.
Is that like a California roast as well?
It's similar. It's just it's different ways to cut the chuck.
Okay.
It has a little bit of a bone. This is amazing for cholent. Unbelievable.
I should try that.
And it's amazing for a pot to basically braise a pot on the oven or cook for a very long time. It's a really amazing cut of meat. Like there's so much you could do with it.
I like the marbling.
Yeah,
It's a little
yeah.
fattier, but that's
So that's why like cooking it for a long
marbling.
time makes the meat melt in your mouth. It's amazing. And that's why it's great for cholent, because it not only like it benefits from all that time sitting in the crock pot or on the stovetop.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm a big fan of flanken and the cholent, but I'm gonna try it with that. It's probably a little different.
It is different. Yeah,
Okay,
it is different.
something you to
and
try,
also a tip for
pastrami as
cholent
well?
meat is to cut it in big chunks. Like you don't want to put tiny chunks of meat. If you leave it like bigger, it's more tender at the end.
Oh,
Yeah.
There you go. And our last piece of meat that we're going to talk about is
The London
broil. Love it. Summertime. Eventually, we're going to hit summer when this weather gets warmer. This is what I put on my barbecue Friday afternoon for every single Shabbos lunch.
Yeah, so the London broil is such a versatile cut of meat. There's so many things you could do with it. And it also benefits more from a dry type of heating and like a very like cook it fast and fast and hot. You can marinate it and then put it on the grill. You could pan sear it, you could roast it. And like other cuts of meat, you want to let it rest before you slice into it.
When I make mine Friday afternoon, I don't actually slice it till the next day.
Oh, that's so smart. Yeah, that's right. And also a tip before you grill meat or pan fry it or roast it is to bring the meat to room temperature. If the meat is at an even temperature, it's going to cook evenly. If it's not going to cook as evenly.
I just started to do that,
Yeah,
and I
it
did
makes a
notice.
difference, yeah.
I did notice a big change in the quality of the meat,
Yeah.
in the quality of the cooking. I would just marinate it, throw it in the oven, from
right
the
away from the fridge
into
to the oven.
I now let it come to room temperature, and then I throw it into the oven.
That's right. And that's it ensures like even cooking. Right.
Yum,
Yeah.
yum. Okay. I wish we could make all these recipes today, but, we had such a big education from you, because I think these are questions that people or have asked a lot. I just noticed that we left out the ribs.
So those are the spear ribs.
we can't leave those
Yeah,
out.
and
This
if you see like there's so much marbleization on that also, and that also benefits from like a long and slow type of heating, this type of cut. You can cover it, and you can even do it in the oven. You cover it in a dish with some liquid or spices and just cook it on 350 for
Right.
3 hours.
Our first show we did in Gourmet Glatt, we did some ribs, and we let it cook, and then people
It's amazing,
got to try
yeah.
it. It's
And then if you
fabulous.
want to get your meat like to have that like great texture on the outside, you can brown it before you braise it, and that's a
why do
great
we
tip.
do that? Why do
so
we do that?
it really enhances the flavor of the meat, and it gives it that it takes it a step above. It's like, and I found basically you just a shortcut to do it is like I sort of do it at the end instead of the beginning. At the end, when the meat is ready, I just put the oven on to broil and get that nice brown crust around it. So that's a sort of shortcut, but it really benefits the meat to give it that sear before you cook it for a long time.
Okay, and that's with any cut?
Well,
Or-
it's with a
or
cut that
speci-
needs long and slow cooking.
Okay.
Well, you're
a brisket.
a brisket, the ribs, the pot roast. The second
wouldn't
cut, the chuck
necessarily do it
roast.
with that.
Well, that you're already doing it with the way you're cooking it. You're cooking
Okay.
it on 450 for a half hour.
Right.
And then you're lowering the temperature, and for every pound of meat, it's 20 minutes. That's for a standing rib roast.
There you go.
Yeah.
Okay, great. Thank you, Shifra, for
Thanks so
coming
much.
in. I really appreciate it. Another show together. All
Yeah,
right,
it's
great.
great.
I can't wait till our Shavua show.
I know, and I can't wait to see your pastrami hamantash.
I know, right?
Sounds
so stick
amazing.
around. We're going to make them right now.
Oh, that's awesome.
All right, thank you very much. You can
Thanks.
stick around, or you can
I'm going to watch from...
watch
with
from
the
the other
audience.
side.
Thank you
Okay,
so much.
thank you, Shifra. Okay, I'm just going to get my gear in place. Maybe we can move the meat away so we can. Just putting on my gloves. So as I mentioned a little earlier in the show, Hod Golan is a sponsor of Table for Two and Abels and Hyman Meats. And I'm always looking for something different to do with their amazing products. And I thought with Purim coming up, and I saw incredible hamantash recipes on blogs, on Facebook pages. I've seen them milchik. I've made my fleishik hamantash and a parv with cheese, with sushi. They have sushi hamantash even. So we've seen it all. It's all fabulous. So now we're going to try our version of pastrami hamantashen. We're just clearing away the meat. It's going to go back. Okay, we're going to leave a little?
Well, they're pretty.
Okay. So we have our beautiful piece of pastrami. This is the pastrami plate. Do you want to join me? Let's talk a little. Let's get Seth back on. Come on, let's make these together. Let's have some fun.
Okay.
Okay, let me just make sure that I've got all my gear in front of me. Okay, and we're actually going to cook these now, and we're going to send it down to the kitchen here in Gourmet Glatt. They lent me a pan. This is a specialized pan from, it's very sentimental to the Chapanash family, because this is one of the first pans they bought when they started the business way back when. It's an old, so it's kind of like, has a bit of history to it. And they said, please be very careful, make sure it goes right back to the Chapanash team here in Gourmet Glatt. So we're going to take very good care of this. Let's talk a little bit about this gorgeous piece of pastrami. What cut of meat is this?
This is plate pastrami. The plate comes from the navel, which is the belly of the animal.
So this is also known as navel pastrami?
Navel pastrami, exactly.
You know what I
And
like about yours? It's
tell
not
me.
very fatty at all.
Well, that's one of the nice things. The navel pastrami should have a certain amount of fat because that helps give it its taste. But we're very selective about the pieces that we use as well.
Okay, well this is really lovely, because sometimes you buy a navel pastrami and it's like, ugh, half fat.
Right.
And you pay for that fat.
Correct.
This is just a solid piece of gorgeous meat. Okay, I'm going to slice it up. Look, have a look.
You see it still has a little fat in there, enough to give it some taste.
Okay, so I'm going to slice it as thin as I can. I bought all the products I'm using today are bought from Gourmet Glatt, including like the knife, the cutting mat, the measuring spoons. I'm just going to take one more piece. And this is what I did last week, as I used half that you sent me in my hamantaschen.
And the other half in your
And
cholent.
the other half in my cholent. What could be wrong, go bad with that? Okay, so I'm just going to put that over there. Okay, this is going to be, I call this the splash zone, like at SeaWorld. Okay, I'm going to take my onion. My pan is nice and hot. Let's make it even hotter. I'm taking a half an onion or one small onion. Sprayed my pan with Pam. Whoops, it's hard to cook with gloves on. I'm not one of those people that cooks with gloves at home. This knife is great. There is nothing like a brand new knife. Keeps everything nice and sharp and clean. And believe it or not, a sharp knife prevents accidents. When you're trying to cut an onion with a blunt knife, that's when you have a dull knife, that's when you have accidents. Okay, so this is such a simple recipe, and it's great as a meat spread. Like if you want a sandwich, you make a big batch of this. Oh, it's hard to cut my onions so professionally with gloves on.
Don't worry about it.
Okay, you hear the sizzle? Can you put the microphone near that? Can we hear the sizzle? That is the best sound in the kitchen. Love that sizzle. Okay, just going to stir it. Okay, and we could use, you have many other kinds of products, right? Besides
Pastrami.
deli, besides pastrami. If someone
Right.
didn't want to go with pastrami.
You could use corned beef. You could take a salami, or you could take, we make the turkey products as well.
Okay, now I'm going to slice up. I made strips of this pastrami, and now I'm just going to very easily cut through it. A little bit of pressure. Great knife, makes it light work. And these knives aren't even expensive. You know, it doesn't matter where you spend $50 a knife, $5 or $500. Keeping it sharp is the key. I love when I go down to my Pesach kitchen, and you know those knives only get used, 2-3 weeks a year. Yes, in my house, Pesach is 3 weeks because I'm busy preparing and cooking for Pesach for my customers. But they stay sharp because you're not using them every single day, so it's nice to have something really sharp and delicious to use in your, and I would call a knife delicious. Okay, my pastrami in. Now at this point, I would add in, and the recipe's actually on my blog on the AussieGourmet.com, I would add in some beer because beer is fabulous in cooking.
Correct.
It gives it such an Australian flavour.
It's too bad your audience can't actually be in the store.
I
Well,
know.
they can if they wanted to. They can come down to Gourmet Glatt, but the aroma that
fabulous.
is coming off of this pan is incredible.
It's unreal, right?
Yes.
It's unreal. Do you guys smell it? Jay, do you smell it? Oh! Okay, we're going to have some of this with our fabulous wines. We're going to go straight into our wine pairing after this. Okay, very easy. Onions, pastrami. If you what could be
more?
wrong? You could just eat this.
We're going to market this. We're going to brand it, throw it in a bag, and sell it.
That's a great idea. But you know what would be nice? Throw this into a potato salad.
Yes.
Oh my God! There we go. Pastrami and fried onions in a potato salad. You could not go wrong with that. Okay. Now,
I don't think you can go wrong with pastrami with anything.
anytime. The Base Yaakov cookbook, love that cookbook. Has a lot of pastrami recipes. Pastrami and rice, and pastrami and potatoes, and pastrami and wontons, and yeah. So this is our version, our recipe. Okay, so now we add in some mayonnaise.
Ooh.
And some soy sauce. Give that a mix. Woo! The steam is rising.
And what does the mayonnaise do for it?
It just makes it creamy.
And honey.
A little honey for a little kick of sweetness. Ugh. Have we got that honey drizzling? I'm a big fan of the honey bear. On Rosh Hashanah, we don't have one of those beautiful apples, silver apples or glass apples. We just use the honey bear just because we like it and it's easy. And he's so cute. Okay. And of course, I love sweet heat.
Okay.
So some of the sushi rolls at Simply Sushi are spicy with a little sweetness. So we have our honey and a drop of sriracha. So now we mix that in. The recipe's basically done. Now we have this almost like a meat paste. And you don't have to use the navel.
You could use any cut.
You could use any cut. You could get it from the deli counter.
Correct.
You can buy it in packages.
Package already sliced.
So we're just so lucky that we're able to have you bring it in today for us. And okay, so now we've got this. I don't know if people can see on the camera. We've got this like delicious meat paste that is going to be going inside our wonton. See, I even prepared a little bit of deli that's sliced
Correct.
up already. So that's what it would look like. Okay, so now I'm just going to switch my gloves to a new pair. And I'm going to grab the wontons, which, they're right there with the deli meat. Switching my gloves because I don't want to get the outside of the... Okay, Seth, if you could just pass me...
Tin?
Yeah, a tin pan. Okay, these gloves are big. Okay, great, thank you. Okay, very easy. Got my tin pan or my baking sheet lined with parchment paper. Big fan of parchment paper. Makes everything so easy. I'm just going to lower my heat over here. Give that a little stir. It smells so good. Just grab a fork. Okay. I'm taking my round wonton wrappers available in the freezer section. You do have to plan. It's the only thing you need to plan in advance is you have to let these defrost for a little bit, okay? So I'm actually just going to use my fingers. I'm going to grab a little bit of meat. It's hard to work through these gloves. Okay, and I'm going to fold over. Can you guys see what I'm doing on the camera? It's picking it up. I'm not pinching the sides because if you pinch the sides, it was falling apart. So I'm just going to fold over the edges.
You know what else is great in these little wonton wrappers?
Yeah.
If you take a piece of chicken, a chunk of white meat,
Yeah.
and some Abel's and Hyman kishka. Yes. And you fry it up.
And you can put that inside there.
You could,
Kishka Hamatashin. Oh my God, you heard it here first. Miriam L. Wallach. Very funny. Okay, so now I'm going to grab another one. I'm going to do the same thing again. I got my round Hamatashin. Now my fingers, I tried to avoid that, but it was too hard. I'm putting a little bit in the middle. I'm going to break that piece up a little bit. So I'm folding over and I'm letting it, I'm trying to get that Hamantashen shape by folding it over and not pinching it up like you would do with like a cake dough. Okay? There you go. A gorgeous, gorgeous
Beautiful.
pastrami Hamantashen. Now, for the sake of the show, I'm not going to stand here and make 75 because we got a great show going on here. But just to finish it off, the pastrami, can we see the pastrami in the Hamantashen in the pan? And then what I do is I just spray it. See, I'm just trying to keep the make it a little healthier. So there are two ways to do this. We could pan fry these in a little bit of oil just up to the sides of these wonton wrapper so it gets crispy. But we want to be a little bit health conscious because I do get a lot of questions about this. If we can bake it, yes, you can bake this. I made this last Friday night and I baked the wonton wrappers. And even though I did like 2-3 hours before we ate it, I thought it might be like it was a bit of a test. And they turned out delicious.
Not surprised.
So these are very easy to make. I've been getting phone calls all week about this. This appeared in the Jewish Home last week, and I've been getting phone calls all week about it. So I hope everybody's enjoying. And where do they buy the wonton wrappers? I've been getting. So I decided I put it all on my blog, and I tell everyone Gourmet Glatt carries them. So pastrami Hamantashen, we're going to send those off to crisp up a little bit, and we're going to try to have some samples.
Very
in
good.
A little bit. Okay, great.
Excellent.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
All right, we're going to move back to our table because we have Jay Buxbaum waiting for us with some wine. Okay.
Thank you.
Off you go. Jay, why don't you grab a seat? Let's make some
going to
room
do
for
that.
you. We'll leave our beautiful food behind. We're just walking over back to our table. Okay. We've got a very full table here today. We've had chocolate mousse, we have cheese Hamantashen. Okay, fantastic.
Wow. I wish we had, what is that, smell-o-vision?
Smell-o-vision.
I wish they had smell-o-vision. You guys, I mean, anybody out there who's not here, I feel bad for you because I'm smelling this stuff and it's enough of a meal in my nose.
I know, right? It's great. Gourmet Glatt's great, and we have lots of great food. Lots of great food here to buy and try, but there's nothing better than having a nice wine party Erev
You bet,
Purim.
you bet. Now, we've talked about this a lot. About, you've asked me questions about what's the big deal about glasses.
Right, we spoke
So
about
I brought
that.
them. I
Great.
brought them to show you the differences.
Right, because when I had you on a few weeks ago before the Kosher Food and Wine Show, you brought in the team from Bezelet Hagolan, and
Right.
that was where this idea came up from.
Yeah, they were very upset that we were tasting it out of plastic cups, remember?
Right, so I said, Jay, that's a great idea for a show. So I thought, perfect for this show here in Gourmet Glatt, people can watch and stand around and look at the gorgeous glasses. And this is Jay's own stemware.
Yes.
Don't
This actually
break
I
it.
bought for our wedding, and thank God I'm married over 30 years. I can't tell you exactly how many because if I get it wrong, Brenda's going to kill me. But this is from Italy. Now this is the right glass, but also the wrong glass, and I'll explain that in a moment.
Okay.
And this is the red wine glass. All right. This is actually a wine glass that comes from Robert Mondavi. It's a Waterford. By the way, this is also a Waterford champagne glass. And it's called a
fancy glass.
flute. It's called a flute. Okay, and that's because it's like a flute, It's thin and long. And this is finally a wine glass, an all-purpose wine glass. And this comes from originally Riedel, which is one of the best
That's
producers
what they
of
use in the
glasses.
Kosher Food and Wine Show.
That kind of glass.
That
It's an
kind of
all-purpose glass, but mainly it's a white wine glass. Okay.
Okay.
And let's start with the champagne. And by the way, this is a great time. We're using Drapier champagne.
The
It's
best.
a non-kosher.
It's the
Did
best.
I say non-kosher?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a non-kosher champagne.
What
Not
did you
really.
say? This is a Kosher Food and Wine
Yes,
Show.
I know.
Don't
It's
tell
actually
that.
a non-kosher producer of champagne that makes a small batch of kosher cuvee just for the Jewish community
Right,
and
so
kosher
it's a private
consumers.
run
It's
for
a private
us,
run, really,
for
and
us,
it's the same as
for
the
the Jewish people.
non-kosher label packaging. And he actually says he thinks the kosher cuvee is a higher quality.
Oh, there you go. What does
So,
cuvee mean? I'm
Cuvee
sorry.
means blend.
Blend. There you
or-
go. We like to learn as much as
There
we
you
can.
go. Now, you can notice I want to teach you how to properly open a bottle of champagne. This is called a cage. You
Cage.
counterclockwise. And at this point, it's a little awkward because I got the mic in front of me, but
that's-
at this point,
can I
you always
move it?
have
You're
to.
okay?
I'm good. At this point, you always have to keep this covered with your hand. Now, here's where people make a little mistake. Don't turn the cork, turn the bottle. You
Oh.
can focus in. I just turned the bottle. You see that?
Okay, no pressure, Jay. No pressure. Oh, beautiful. Second best sounding cooking
You see a
besides the
little
sizzle.
smoke coming off. Can you get that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
All right,
What is
now-
that smoke?
That's CO2. It's carbon dioxide hitting the air and turning into, like the smoke that when you go, in a cold weather. So
Like
here you
right
go.
here?
Look at that. They call that bubbling, they call it the mousse or the sparkle.
Okay.
And if you take a look at the sparkle,
Okay.
I'm starting with the champagne first because meals start with champagne first.
Oh, yeah?
And you take a look. Now, the reason why it's both the right glass and the wrong glass, it's the right glass because it's very focused. There's not a lot of surface area to the champagne or the wine, and that's good because it's sparkling. You don't want the
It's a busy store. It's a busy store.
You don't want it to escape. So that's why this is the right glass. But it's the wrong glass because you want to see as much of the bubbles as you can. So you can see it
Why
through
is
the
that
crystal
important?
because you want it. The more bubbles and the tinier the bubbles and the color of the glass of the wine is what tells you a lot about it. And we'll do that another time.
Okay.
And then
We'll do a
you put your
champagne
nose
show.
in. Here, put your nose in.
Oh,
And so that's
fine.
why it's
yeah,
an important.
delicious.
What do you call it?
That was
Now let's
just
go
got
to
this big whiff of delicious champagne. We're going to try that soon, right, Jay?
Now, in the case of white wine,
Uh-huh.
we're using Baron Herzog Chardonnay. Comes from Clarksburg. For the first time from their own vineyards. I don't know if you can tell. I'm going to put in a little bit in the glass. And the reason you have notice the difference between these two glasses. This is a big, wide, open glass with lots of space on the bottom. This is more focused, less focused than the champagne, but more focused. And the reason is because, and you see how it comes together at the top? The reason is because you want to get you want to get the full aromas of it. And because it's cold, wine is served cold, there's less aromas. As you could tell, when you heat something up, the aromas come out.
Yep.
But with white wine, you're chilling it, so there's less aroma.
So you don't need to smell it.
So you want to get the smell, but you want to taste it cold.
Ah.
So this focuses the smell better.
Oh, to the face.
Right, to
oh.
the face. So you do this, which
Yeah.
exposes more of the surface.
He's swirling. Jay is
more of the
swirling for the
surface of
people that are
wine.
listening.
And
Jay
then
is
again,
swirling.
you put your nose in.
And you smell it.
Go ahead.
Okay, swirl. Oh, fantastic. Mm.
Now, if you put that into and I'll show you, if you put that in this kind of cup,
Okay.
for example, you wouldn't get that focus. You wouldn't get that aromatics. And let's try that, actually.
Okay, let's try that. I want to try the
you do that.
Drapier soon. You know, they've sold out really fast at the...
So smell these side by side, and you tell me where you get the better smell.
Okay, so I'm going to smell for the people that are not watching and that our listeners.
It's not smell-o-vision.
Okay.
Here, wait a
That's
second.
right. Okay. No, it's not working.
out there, huh?
No, they can't smell. Okay, so you want me to smell each one. I'm going to smell the same wine in both cups.
Right.
One is a glass cup, one is a plastic cup. Okay, I'm now going to smell from the glass. Very aromatic. Oh, my salivary glands are going. Woo! I don't smell anything from the plastic.
There you go.
That's crazy.
Isn't that great? So it shows you that enjoying wine from the proper glass enhances the whole experience.
Ooh, nice. Okay, great.
And you know what? We're going to do the same thing with the champagne. I gave you a plastic glass, and now I'm
Okay.
going to give you the real champagne.
And
glass.
you don't swirl
and again,
champagne.
it's more focused on top, less focused there.
Okay. Much more intense from
Yeah.
the champagne.
There is smell, I guess, but
Yeah,
not
there's
as
a
much.
little smell. Now, does it taste different?
You tell me.
Okay, so I'm going to try. I'll
Remember
try
it's
from
a
the
Burberry
plastic. I don't.
Agaffen?
Okay. They're all hagafen.
Yes. So you only make one bracha. and
Okay, I'm
you
going to
get
keep
them
in mind everything I've done already. Yeah.
all. Taste it from the two different
Okay,
ones.
so this
Little
is
sip
the.
of
I'm going to
each.
taste from the glass and from the plastic cup. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei pri hagafen.
Amen.
Delish. Delicious,
Yeah.
but much more pungent, if
Yeah.
that's a word.
Full of flavor.
Full of flavor from the glass.
Yeah.
This is delicious. With a nice piece of grilled fish.
There you go.
This would be
a fatty
fabulous.
fish probably is good for that. Like
Chilean
a salmon.
sea bass.
Yeah, something with some guts to it.
Okay, so now I'm going to try it with the champagne. I'm going to drink the champagne, Drapier champagne, from the beautiful glass and from the plastic cup. It's a plastic flute. Hello, Honey Friedman. Okay. Wow, I love Drapier. If you're looking for champagne for Purim,
Definitely Drapier.
this is the one. Ooh. They're both so good, but I'm not tasting a huge difference, but the one in the glass is just that much more.
A little bit more, yeah. Okay, now let's do the
Okay.
last one.
The red
This
wine.
is a red wine. Let's put this on the side. Let's put this next to it. And let's give me those two glasses so we could show,
Yep,
continue to
absolutely.
put it right in front of that.
Do you know what I had last night? I went to the wine store to buy some wine for Purim
that down.
and a duet. The Jeunesse, am I
Oh,
saying it right? You
yeah,
told me how to pronounce it
Jeunesse.
properly. Jeunesse, the duet, was unreal.
It's a white wine.
Can I give that a shout out? And
Sure,
of course
give
your
it a
orange
shout out.
muscat, which
Yeah.
everybody knows I love. But they were really nice. If you're looking for a nice white wine, very fruity, try the duet.
You know what one of the mistakes that some people make when a big red wine glass like this is they'll fill it up too much. Even for an entire serving, you shouldn't do more than about this much.
Oh, really? I
And the
thought that'd
reason
be
is
cheap.
because you want to be able to expose again as much of the wine to the air as possible, and we're doing that by swirling it.
Okay.
And again, let's let everybody smell that. Can you smell that out there in TV
Can you
land?
smell that out there? Yeah, no.
And I'm going to give this to you as well.
Okay, I can't wait to smell this one. What am I drinking? What is in this bottle?
This is I'm sorry. This is Herzog Alexander Valley Cabernet. It's their reserve series. Joe Hurleman does a great job in
he's
making the wine,
amazing.
and the Herzogs do a great job in bringing it to us.
Okay, all right.
So we're going to do the
Okay.
same thing, only this time
Well-
we're going to use a different plastic glass.
This is
Fancier
huge.
one.
I don't think I've ever drunk drunk from a real red wine glass. This is
Not only is it, you know,
little
it's not
hat.
only fun from the sensory point of view, both smell and taste, but it's also fun from, you know, come on,
this
isn't that
tastes
great?
completely
Having that dinner
different than I would have expected it
Well,
to.
taste it with, you know, differently. Smell it first on the cup.
This tastes not good compared to
Same
drinking
wine.
from a glass. Same
Exactly
wine.
the same wine.
I don't like it from the plastic cup, and I don't say I love it because I love red wine. I don't love I love white wine. I'm not a massive red wine drinker, but this is delicious from the proper glass. Having another sip, it's unbelievable. Who'd have thought that makes
Isn't
the
that
difference?
amazing?
I cannot drink kiddish wine out of a metal cup. I always make my husband pour mine off
There
into
you
a
go.
glass.
There you go.
Even cream lager.
So there you have it. The difference between drinking wine from cups or glasses, regular kind of water glasses, to champagne, flute, white wine glass, red wine, really good red wine glass, and makes a big difference on all three, doesn't it?
It's
And I want to give a
unbelievable.
shout out to
Sure.
AJ Madison. Hopefully he'll become a sponsor one day of yours.
Okay, that sounds good. What does
he told
AJ
me
Madison do?
AJ Madison sells refrigerators and stuff like that, but one of the things he sells is wine closets.
Let's
temperature
talk
control
Can we
wine
talk about
closets.
that for a
Sure.
minute? Because that sounds so
Guy's located in
fascinating.
Borough Park. Michael Gross, great guy.
You see this a lot in people's houses, wine fridges.
Right.
Like, is it that necessary? You can't stick it in the garage fridge?
You're putting me on the spot because the people in the wine fridge business are going to kill me by what I'm about to say. The answer is yes, it's a very good idea, especially if you have an apartment in Manhattan or you don't have a cellar that's got a regular, stable temperature that doesn't fluctuate more than 2 or 3 degrees. But if you have a space in your house that's below ground, that doesn't fluctuate, and that's not easy to say.
Right,
It doesn't
yeah.
fluctuate between 2 and 3 degrees, more than 2 or 3 degrees, summer or winter, and that's dark and dry with some humidity, and I'll get into that another time, then that suffices. That's good. But yes, those wine fridges are fantastic. You got to make sure still they're not near vibration. You got to make sure they're
Really?
not near light.
No
Correct?
movement? The
No
wine
movement.
should be near movement?
That's correct. You
There
don't
you
want to.
go.
You don't want
You hear
to
that?
vibrate those molecules in the bottle, and it causes aging.
So shake and
over a
not
short-
stir
Shake and
is
not stir.
does not apply to wine.
No, that applies to cocktails.
martini.
Yeah, martinis. And I'm ready to have one right after this. no
Okay,
problem.
last week we had a hummintinis.
Hummintinis. Oh my-
Hummintinis.
What they put in flour? I mean, what?
No. It was crushed up Hamantaschen around the rim of the
Oh, I
glasses,
see.
and then we made
That is
cocktails
cool.
inside.
That
It was
is cool.
very cool. And then they actually decorated the cup with like mustaches and
Oh,
glitter.
that's
It was
really
very
cool.
cute.
That's very
It
cool.
was for our Purim show. That was Honey Apfelbaum from Busy in Brooklyn,
Wow.
who did that for us. So
So there you go. If anybody else, at home would like me to demonstrate this for them, you can always get me at.
Yeah,
You can get
what's
me
it-
through you. You can get me through me. The letter J, Booksbaum, BUCHSBAUM at kedem.com. I'll be more than happy to do to do it. And I hope you listen. Most importantly, and this is the proudest show that I do is what I did yesterday morning
with Nachum.
with Nachum. And that, I talk about pushing wine and drinking wine responsibly all year, but I never talk about not drinking wine, and yesterday I did.
Yes.
And it's very important that this coming Purim, everybody be careful. I'm not going to get into the long details. We did it yesterday, but everybody be careful about how and who and when you drink your wine tomorrow. Enjoy it. Enjoy it a lot. Drink a lot if you'd like, but only under the right circumstances, with the right age group, et cetera, et cetera. And it's on the web, so you can get that show, right, Naomi?
Yep.
You can get that show.
JMintheAM.org or
Be careful out
nachumsiegel.com.
there. Don't drink and drive. Drink.
Ever.
Yeah, never.
Purim
And
or ever.
Enjoy.
Okay, thank you, Jay.
Great to see you.
Thank you. Shabbat Shalom coming down to
Wonderful.
Freilich und Purim.
I'm going to eat some of that stuff.
Yeah, we're going to eat.
Is
we're
it
gonna
ready
eat.
by now, you think?
I'm not sure.
Okay.
We'll find out. Okay, thank you very much, Jay Buchsbaum, Marketing Director from Royal Wines and Kedem, and all brings us a large array of wines, and we do a lot of wine shows and wine pairings throughout the year. So thank you very much always for coming on. Hopefully we'll try to get a Pesach show in. Okay, we're moving right along. I'm going to spend 2 minutes talking about a product that I fell in love with. It's called Sum Sum, and I thought this is a great time of the year to do it because, the Purim theme's all about the Middle East and Persia, and this is from the Middle Eastern region. So I got a phone call from Jamie Dahan. Hello. Why don't you come join me while I introduce you? He said, I know his sister, my daughter's math teacher, and she said, you know, my brother has this great product. He wants you to try it. So I said, come on over. Literally 1 hour later, he came over. We're just switching around some mics. There you go. And my family absolutely fell in love with this unique.
Thank you very much.
Can I call it tchina product? It's made out of sesame seeds, so it's a little bit different than tchina. Has a consistency of cream cheese, and it's fabulous.
Yes, it's we refer to it as a sesame spread. Our goal is really to get people to think outside of the box. People typically don't use a product like tchina in the way that we want people to use sumsum. Sumsum is so much more. It's so much more versatile. You know, a lot of people ask me. The most common question is, "What's the difference? Isn't this just
right? What
tchina?
is the difference?
What is the difference?" Well, it's a valid question. It's made from the same ingredients,
right.
so what's the difference?
I'm just opening it up. You'll hear the.
Well, with sumsum, it's so much more versatile. What we do in our house, I tell a lot of people, we stopped using mayonnaise completely. We use sumsum as a healthy alternative. We make salad dressings with it. We put it on sandwiches. I put it on, Hod Golan, they have turkey, right? We buy their turkey and we make turkey sandwiches with it.
You guys should meet and chat.
Yeah.
It smells amazing, and it's very high in calcium also.
Yeah, it's very high.
Very good for kids.
Sesame,
Need to eat.
Sesame is actually one of 12 superfoods, so it's extremely healthy.
Oh, I love
it's
the
really
superfood.
healthy for pregnant women, for children. Children, surprisingly, I didn't even know when we started this. Children love it. They scoop it clean with their finger.
Oh, we love it. We love it. It has this. I'm just going to scrape it with my cracker. It's got almost like a soft cream cheese consistency. You're doing some giveaways.
Yes, we're going to be giving some away.
Here in the store.
Right in Gourmet Glatt, right down the aisle.
If you're here in Gourmet Glatt, you guys can just go up, I think, the dairy aisle, and you're going to be doing a giveaway also?
Yes.
Okay, so
yes, we're doing tastings. We're doing giving some away as well. All we ask is some feedback. We just want to know unbiased opinion, what people think. We like, it's a product that you really need to taste in order to appreciate.
I'm gonna have a dip. Next came my third bracha today. Baruch atah Adonai b'chol ha'braim v'yisrael.
Amen.
Oh my God. I love it.
And it's really a healthy snack, especially when you're trying to make a healthy sandwich or have vegetables just dip right into it with vegetables or chips or put it on a sandwich. I dip meat right into it.
Shalashittas. I always talk about shalashittas now that the clocks have changed. This is your go-to spread for shalashittas. This on challah.
It's so good on challah.
With lox.
It's so good on challah.
Oh my God, look, parva lox and cream cheese instead of the cream cheese. It'll lox and sum spread.
Absolutely.
A little bit of dill in that would be amazing.
You see, what we do, we take this and we make different recipes out of it. I'm actually going to be posting today on our Facebook page.
I'm going to eat the other piece.
A recipe for homemade coleslaw. Using sumsum. It comes out so much more delicious because it adds just a hint of sesame. It's not overbearing. It doesn't give you any of those afternotes that you typically would expect from a tchina. Typical tchina comes with sour or bitter aftertones. It leaves almost like a chalk on your teeth. And this, we've gone so far out of our way to just balance the taste completely.
Well, everybody here at the Nachum Segal Network team will take home a delicious package of sumsum, and also the shoppers here in Gourmet Glatt.
And sumsum actually means sesame seeds. For most of the viewers must know, but those who don't.
Sesame, and if you want to go to Israel and you ask for sesame, you say sumsum.
Yes, exactly.
So now you can say sumsum, and in America it means delicious
sesame spread.
Okay, great. Thank you. Good luck with your company and the launch of this amazing product, and I hope you go through the roof on this.
I hope so too.
I don't have too many single products on the show, but this I had to have you on because I really love this.
I appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Pick some up for your appetizers, for your Purim Suda.
Purim Suda, for Shabbat, there's no wrong time to eat sumsum. My family, my sister tells me all the time, she even eats it for breakfast. She eats it with her eggs.
Also not a bad idea. Oh my, we keep rolling out recipes today. Thank you, Jamie. Good luck.
Thank you very much.
Shabbat
Thanks
shalom.
for having me.
And thank you for coming, and we'll see you over there later on giving out some samples.
Come try some more.
Will do.
Enjoy. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. All right, Howie, where you going, man? Okay, good. He's directing traffic. Jamie Dahan from Sum Sum, the most amazing tchinis bread. I cannot wait. I'm going to be taking these home. Now I don't have to worry about shalashidus. I've got with me. I've got to take you make some challah and some Sum Sum. Pick up a package of lox from the aisle next door, and then I've got a fabulous shalashidus right here. It's delicious, right? Yeah. It's great. The whole team, the Nachum Siegel Network team is actually, hello, it's about me right now. And they're stuffing their faces with this Sum Sum. That's a good thing. We're very happy about that. So thank you, and we'll pass it around to all the crowd here today. My final guest, I always end my Gourmet Glatt shows. This is now my third show live on location, table for two in Gourmet Glatt, and our show is sponsored by Hod Golan, Abels and Hyman. I'd like to thank them for being a sponsor the entire year, and especially to Seth, he's still here, for coming down and joining us. But I always end my Gourmet Glatt show with when we do it in the store with Howie. Howie is we call him the floor manager, but really I call him the maestro because he conducts this floor. He knows what's on the shelves at every single time, and that's absolutely incredible because there are. Oh, Howie, come on! Don't be shy. Howie's actually a little sick. Hi, how are you? The hot seat today. Well, sometimes it's here.
Yeah, I've been called to the principal's office.
Yeah.
Been
No.
Been there, done that.
Okay, Howie, thanks again for everything. You know,
No
the week
problem.
of a show that's, you know, when we have a show, the beginning of the week from Monday, I'm busy emailing Howie and nudging Yoili and like where we're going to do the show and where the location, what they're going to be. And it's really so appreciated to you and to Yoili and Chani and the whole team. But putting together the show, I know that we're a little bit in Alaska zone over here.
I was going to say, what do you have in common with the Lakewood Yeshiva Bacher?
What?
You're in the freezer.
Yeah, that's very funny.
Go ahead.
I'm literally in the freezer right next to. Did you see my post on turkey tushies? I love that. I was here talking to Howie and Yoili preparing for this week's show, and I kind of glanced sideways and I saw a package of frozen turkey bottoms. Now that's turkey tushies. It was like 6 in the pack. I was cracking up because when I was growing up, there were 4 grandchildren from my grandmother, my mother's mother, and we all would fight over the one tuchus. And we had to have a rotation, right? Shelley, Cassie, and David, right? Who got to have the tuchus? So you now have a package of tuchuses.
Absolutely.
So I said thank you to everyone who did do this, but I took a picture of it, I posted it, and I said, whoever has a recipe for this, send it to me, and I'm going to give them a shout out.
What was your response?
I got so much response. People were cracking up.
I'm afraid to ask what they responded.
No, people were nice. People had different ideas. Alan Levy from, he's a chef in Florida. He has, I'm sorry, Avi, I cannot remember the name of your, he has a cooking website, and you can watch him do demos. He's amazing. He works with Core Foods Meats, and he does demos. So he gave me some ideas, but Stu Vazelberg gave me a really hilarious recipe.
Okay.
So you can go onto my Facebook page and have a look at his recipe. So a shout out to you, Stu, for your very cute turkey tushy recipe. So you really have everything at Gourmet Glatt, from turkey tushies to gluten-free.
Right, everything.
There's no way else getting away without mentioning those.
You had to put that in. That was just too funny when you found it. I remember how excited you were.
Yeah, I'm like, I'm excited about a lot of food.
Yeah. So, Baruch Hashem, we're glad to be able to host you, and it's really becoming, I don't want to say, just,
routine.
we know the drill.
We know the drill.
Naomi Nachum is coming. This is what we need to do. We prep, and everything just falls into line. It's really great.
Thank you.
And we love to have you and continue doing what you're doing.
Thank you. I enjoy doing my show here. I love doing my shopping here. You know, I needed, because I'm a Pesach chef, I already thought I had to get a jump on Pesach. So I already cushion my kitchen, and I started cooking this past week for Pesach. And I needed Pesach product, and I said, Howie, I need mayonnaise, I need ketchup. They go down to the sellers. They've just arrived fresh from the companies.
It's all here already.
And it was ready for me. And if you need something, well, as of Monday, everything will be out any case.
Right. I don't know if you've seen the signage around the store, just requesting customers to really, we try to do our best at keeping out the items that are in highest demand. And, if it's cookies, crackers, flour, pasta, we don't touch the pasta aisle. Pasta aisle and the breakfast cereal aisle is like kachim. You can't go near those aisles.
Yeah.
So, but we still have to have out many, many products for customers. If it's marshmallow fluff, peanut butter, and so on. but we hung signage around the store just asking customers, really, we want to do the best for you. And help us help you in that you're not going to be able to find certain things. The things that are critical to you, stock up on. And last year was a very big success because customers really adhered to the signs, and they purchased products. So that yes, there were some customers with specific items, specific needs that I might not have been able to address. But as a whole, considering what we have to do to the store on Monday and all of next week to turn it over to really become a fantastic Pesach shop, a one-stop shop. Similar to what we do during the year, it's a tremendous task, and the responsibility is not taken lightly here. And we really think about each customer, because we hate telling a customer no. If it's a special request or whatever it is, that's what I'm here for. Customers always ask me, can you get me an item? I say, sure. If you don't remember what it's called, you get home, email me a picture, shoot it to me, text it to me. We'll do our best to get it, and we really do.
You guys are really approachable, which is
that's exactly
absolutely fantastic.
Exactly how we want to be, and we really want to answer the customer's needs. We really want to be that one-stop shop for everybody.
Right, and now Pesach's coming up. It's this store is going to be packed today. It's 10:20 in the morning. Got about 10 minutes left of the show, and it's going to. Yoli said to us at the beginning of the show, we're going to have a whole Purim festivity going on this afternoon. I'm going to come back. I don't want to give up my fabulous parking spot. Can someone give me a ride home right up the road? Because I'd like to keep my parking spot. I probably for sure have a ticket because I completely forgot to plug my meter. Okay, whatever.
And we're going to turn the store over. On the process will actually start. Well, most of us are having Purim Suda, so it's very, very quiet in the store, and all the workers are very eager to work, and they need the hours, they need the time. We love our workers, and we want to accommodate them as well. So they're going to start boxing things up and start to lining shelves on Sunday and on Monday, and then by Thursday, you will not recognize what this part of the store, the back half of the store will look like. And I'm excited about it. For my part, Pesach is really over, as crazy as that sounds. Because
like me also.
I've been at it for months. And the buying and the selection and pricing and so on, it's a tremendous responsibility. My 8-page color ad is finished. It was sent out, print ready to the printer last night. It will hit the stands, I believe, end of next week. And I'm very excited about it because so much work goes into it.
Right.
And it's the culmination of a tremendous amount of work. So for me now, it's just getting it out onto the shelves, stocking them, staying on top of the inventory, and going from there. There's a lot of nice new items that came out this year.
Right. So that's my question.
What's new?
What is the newest item that's out there? Because we have Dougie's wing sauce came out a couple of years ago. I was so excited about that because I use them all year, and now they're the Pesach brand. We know we have Abels and Hyman. We got great Hod Golan products out there. What's the newest, most exciting product?
Newest, most exciting. Well, one I'm disappointed that I found out yesterday is not going to come to market was a line of cookies that was just they just looked fantastic.
But what happened?
And what? No. They couldn't get it done in time. And
so we have to wait till next year?
It was a production issue. But what did come out this year, there will be iced tea and diet iced tea, diet lemon again. This year it'll be from Lieber's, not Stanford Hill. Lieber's did a run, and we're excited about that. First time ever chopped garlic, like the Polaner, but it's not Polaner. It's going to be Lieber's in their bottle. And as a chef, I would think that you would appreciate that.
Nothing like fresh garlic.
Right. Well, that
I'm sorry.
That I understand, but I think the consumers. The consumers are looking for these items. Granola bars are out this year for Pesach. A lot of granola products.
Granola bars for Pesach?
Granola for Pesach. Granola bars.
Oh, that's great. For the people that are going to work, it's so hard to get, like my husband on Chalamoy, depends,
What do you take? What do you take
What do you take to work? And, matzah sandwiches, falls apart. Like, it's really hard. But to know that he has snacks, I send him fruit, but, like, granola bars, yay.
What I actually purchased the other day I was excited about was a real shahakal matzah, which for people who don't have access, it's a gluten-free cracker. Looks like a matzah, but it's a matzah style cracker. It's a shahakal. It says right on it, shahakal matzahs. So for someone who has to go to the office and doesn't necessarily have where to wash on Yom Tov, or they're traveling, you don't have where to wash, This is a shahakol product.
And
It's
we were
not even an
talking-
issue of a Mizonos and do you wash on it, don't you wash on it. It's straight out, it's a
shahak.
shahakol product.
You know, we were talking with Shifra Klein about the matzah picnic, and it's so hard, and everything falls apart in the box.
well,
so you can take your cute little
it's a
packet of
shahakol-
crackers.
it's a shahakol
We don't have any in
cracker.
the store right now, right? I would grab a box.
It might have
Tisha.
delivered yesterday.
Okay,
I don't
but
know.
it's in the cellars. Everything is waiting for Monday.
First time ever I saw capers.
Capers? for
Capers
Pesach?
for Pesach.
We're very fancy.
Okay.
We eat capers with lox in Australia. You,
Oh, do you?
sprinkle lox. You sprinkle capers over lox with some fresh dill
And sumsum.
and some. Oh yes. So you get
And
another
then
mention.
you have a lot of new label designs, which are nice. It's nice to see some of the companies really get with the program and try to bring their product to more current labels. You know, the cleaner, nicer. It just looks different. It looks more inviting. So I'm happy to see some of those items change. Some new dressings, some new brands of dressing, marinades. There's a plethora of marinades out in the market.
Marinades, right.
Marinades. There's so many marinades today, and anyone that goes hungry Pesach, it's really their own issue.
And they're right.
We have
And
everything.
there are so many amazing cookbooks that also have come out.
Right.
You know, and because you've got all these great, ingredients, you can now make great recipes. And if you can't, you either call your personal chef or you come to Gourmet Glatt and go to Chapanash.
Right. If you know.
I'm actually sold out for Pesach.
They are. You don't want to cook? No problem. It's all done for you. Literally, soup to nuts. Everything is done. Chapanash has a full menu. You don't have to own a pot for Pesach.
Right. You know, I had a client that wanted me to cook food for them, so we're preparing a fabulous menu. She says, "Can you make me some hamburgers?" And I said, "You know, that there's not, because most of the stuff I cook and then I freeze fresh food, so it tastes still fabulous, like it was. You know, you're holding the freshness till they heat it."
Right.
But she wanted me to make her hamburgers, and I don't think hamburgers would hold up cooked and then frozen. I said to her, "Go to Gourmet Glatt." I said, "I'm not looking to do cheap out. I mean, I do whatever she wants. I'm her personal chef." And she said, I told her, go to Gourmet Glatt, and they have already packaged, pre-seasoned
Right.
hamburger patties. Just throw them on your grill. Go to Sterling Electronics. They have a
Right.
mikveh there. You tovel the grill pan right there and then, and you can grill up
They've
some
got
chicken or
roasts,
the
and they've got
hamburgers.
chickens and skewers, so many
And it's
items.
Pesach. Like, you have no idea
prepackaged.
that it's Pesach. It used to be half the store was portioned off. Now one tiny little section's
I
portioned
drew
off.
the line. I drew the line, and anyone that is looking for these items, I'm sorry. There was products that I saw literally said Passover bread. I said, I'm sorry.
You've had it
that's
1 year.
just not coming in
Yeah.
here. That's where I draw the line. Passover bread.
I've
is not
seen that like in the
happening.
freezer section.
Not in Gourmet Glatt. I have. When I started, when I took over the position over here, so there were. I'm sort of grandfathered in some hamburger buns and hot dog buns that I still have, and because they were grandfathered in, I allow them in.
Oh,
Literally,
no.
I saw baguettes and things. I said, I'm sorry. That's
Nah,
it.
I know.
That's
It's
where I
going
drew
to
the
feel
line.
like Pesach, you know.
Okay, you've got to do your wrap up.
I gotta do
So
my
I'm going
wrap-up.
to thank you for coming in and
Thank
giving
you.
us the opportunity
Thank
to
you.
host your show, and we look forward to the next time.
Okay, great.
Okay.
You'll be seeing a lot of me.
I'm sure we
in
will.
the next 4 weeks,
All
and
the best.
I'll be
And again,
making
if there's
everyone
a
here
specific
crazy.
need you need, right?
Thank you.
Anything, give a holler.
Thank you
A
very
shout
much.
out.
A shout out. Okay, thank you very much, the entire Gourmet Glatt team, all my amazing guests here today. Some of you have slept from New Jersey to Brooklyn, Great Neck. Thank you to everyone that has come. Thank you everyone who has come into the store, our listeners and our viewers today. Thank you for tuning in and watching us or listening to us. Of course, Gourmet Glatt, you are the best. Thank you once again for hosting me and being the sponsor of our What's for Dinner segment. Thank you to Avelsonheim and Hod Golan for being our year sponsor and for joining us today. And Jamie, Jay, thank you. I got a great show. We got to talk about this week and make a schedule. Thank you very much, everyone, for tuning in. Shabbat Shalom. Stay listening, because on the stream we have music sponsored by our friends at Kedem right up until Lichbenching. I want to wish everybody a Freilich und Purim, happy cooking, and Shabbat Shalom.